Hello everyone, it's Irene in here, and I think I'm very sleepy. Yeah, let's see how this is going to work. Yeah, because I'm very sleepy. But it's kind of cool because although it's very early for me in here, like for you, that you have like this the time difference. So for you, it's probably like, I don't know, afternoon or something. So okay, today I was thinking about bringing you Reimei no Gakuen. And Reimei no Gakuen, Reimei, I think it's dawn. Reimei, yeah. So it's like Dawn's Academy, yeah, kind of like that. Dawn's Academy, yeah. So oh my god, that's it. And this is completely out, okay. In fact, this is a game from 2022. The developer is Raikon Kitsune. And what can I say? It's an Otome game. Sorry, it's just morning. It says the world is full of mysteries and secrets. In the shadows beyond what ordinary people can see, demons, witches, and other supernatural beings live and fight. But on a night 20 years ago, the balance of this world was offset. The happenings of that night are unknown to this day. Until today, no one knew what truly happened that night. The only sign, one that even normal humans could sense, was the Hoshi no Ame, a rain of colorful stars all around the world. Since then, there have been several mysterious occurrences that even supernatural beings could not explain. One of these occurrences is the appearance of the Shin. The Shin is a mysterious special ability granted to a few human children who were born in the past 20 years. However, this power comes at the cost of great misfortune, bringing danger to the barrier and those around them. Because of this, several tragedies happened. Now the surviving children are gathering in one place to finally reveal the truth. Aurora Academy. Yeah, they call it like Aurora. Yeah, because it's like it's dawn. It's when the sun starts to rise. That's why I was like Reimei. I was like, is it like the sunrise? Like, but I think you kind of like call it like dawn. Yeah. So let's start this. Yeah, it's cool that they are saying that we have 4 hours of gameplay for the demo. Because sometimes, it happened before, which I was like, oh, we end today and we continue next day. And then I only had like 5 minutes. It was so bad. But yeah. So it's kind of cool to have at least an idea, because that doesn't mean you're going to take 4 hours. It depends on your speed, right? So okay, this is the keys. Okay, the world that we live in is full of mysteries, secrets, and miracles. Magic performed by fairies and witches, clashes between demons, and other supernatural phenomena occur daily. But they stay hidden from the eyes of everyday humans. However, the balance of this enigmatic yet harmonious world was offset. It happened 20 years ago on a seemingly peaceful summer night. All All around the world, thousands of colorful shooting stars lit up the skies. This was the Hoshi no Ame, a literal rain of stars. While humans only found it to be a beautiful and mysterious phenomenon, the supernatural beings could feel that it was a sign of some big change. The happenings of that night and the cause of the Hoshi no Ame remained a mystery ever since. It actually means exactly like the Ame is rain and Oshi is stars. So it literally means, a rain of stars. But the change it brought was apparent. In the past 20 years, mysterious occurrences that even the supernatural beings were unable to comprehend happened many times. And perhaps the most mysterious among them was the appearance of the Shin. Yeah, this is basically what I said because they put it in the description of the game. A special ability that some of the human children who were born after that night 20 years ago bear. It's a power that takes various forms. Moreover, its nature is unpredictable. There is no way to tell who will have it or what form it will take. There have even been cases where several people shared one Shin or one person had multiple Shins. Only one thing is certain about this ability. It's accompanied by misfortune. The children who own it and their surroundings are subjected to great dangers. Many tragedies have occurred because of this negative effect of the Shin. The attempts to protect these children led to the foundation of Crystal Rose. A special department designed for those with Shin, formed by the director of Aurora Academy, who was one of the rare humans connected to the supernatural side of the world. With the help of some sympathetic humans and other beings, he started the search for the barriers of the Shin. Finding them, bringing them to the academy, where they could learn to use their abilities and thus granting them a chance to change their cruel fate was a hard task. But it proved to be a positive way to save them. Cheryl, I think it's her name. Indeed, it was a possible way. Me being able to survive to this day is a solid proof of that. Without their help, I wouldn't be here right now. A gentle spring breeze ruffles up my hair, waking me from my half-asleep state. Blinking from the blinding light, I stretch my arms slowly. Then, with a little yawn, I push myself up and look at the town spreading out below me. My thoughts wander back to my past memories once more. Since then, this town and the academy in it have been my home. Alright, it's high time I go back. I mutter while stretching my arms again. Then, with a swift movement, I jump down onto the roof of a neighboring building and start to run, leaping from one building to another in the direction of Aurora Academy. After running for about 10 minutes, the gates of the academy finally come into view. The streets around here are calm and quiet. Only a few townspeople walk by, chatting from time to time. Passing through the gates, I step onto the main road of the academy that leads to the center of the academy grounds. Flower petals fall slowly in the warm spring breeze from the blossoming cherry trees planted on both sides. No one can be seen near or far. The academy is empty, but not for much longer. In a few days, the new semester starts, so the students who left for spring break will probably start returning to the dorms tomorrow. And according to the president of Crystal Rose, this time there will be several new members joining the special department too. I momentarily glance back at the gates, then dash off with only one thought on my mind. This will be an eventful year. Chapter 1, Encounters. After a good night's sleep, I wake up to the sun's rays seeping through the closed curtains. I roll into my side, glancing at the clock in my room. So 7 a.m. at 23. Then I turn back, pulling the blanket from the corner of my bed around me. I should rest while I can. Mumbling the words, I slowly drift off to sleep again. My eyes snap open and I bolt up at the sudden noise. Gunshots? I jump out of bed, throw on some clothes, and run to the dining room where I assume the noise came from. Halting before the entry, I spot 2 bullet holes in the paper panel of the door. Hurriedly, I step into the room where I notice a girl standing a few meters away from me. She turns my way when she hears me entering. My gaze shifts from her to the guns in her hand and the guy she's pointing them at. And my shoulders drop at the sight of the familiar smile of my senior, Tsurugi. What did he say this time? Morning, Cheryl. Actually, it's Tsurugi. Tsurugi. It's just yeah, it's morning, and because in here we read it as G when it's Tsurugi. Sorry. Yeah, let's continue. Our first new member has arrived. I stay still for a few seconds looking for Tsurugi, to the girl and back at him. It's too early in the morning to deal with something like this. I see. I turn around and walk to the counter to grab a plate and some pancakes for breakfast. Then, passing by them, I sit down at the table and start nibbling at the sweet snack. You aren't helping me. I continue eating without minding him much. The girl beside him slightly lowers her guns, confused. You're so cruel. Good morning, everyone. The lively girl stepping in the room draws our attention. She looks around the room with an unwavering smile, comprehending the situation perfectly. Ah, I see we are having the usual peaceful morning. And still wearing a radiant smile, she turns to the girl with guns. You must be one of the new members joining this year. This is Rosalind. I'm Rosalind Emerald, the president of the special department Crystal Rose. The hard-to-understand girl by the table is Cheryl, and the boy with the awkward smile beside you is Tsurugi. And we are happy to welcome you to Aurora Academy. Rosalind. And he has a little problem dealing with girls, so please don't mind whatever he says. Eh? I apologize for my behavior. I shouldn't have been so hot-headed, even if he was acting rudely. Tsurugi sighs in relief when she finally lowers her guns and hastily escapes to the other end of the room. My name is Victoria Drewell. I will be in your care from today onwards. Then Victoria, how about I show you around the dorm after breakfast? That would be great. As for you two, the preparations around our dorm are done, but the other dorms and the student council could use some help, so I said you would lend them a hand. All right. I nod, and after returning my emptied plate, I get ready to leave. By the entrance of the dorm, I spot Tsurugi standing there idly. Let's walk to the gates together. We can decide who is going to help out where. Sure. Let's see, how about I help out at the dorms while you go to the student council? You sure you want to help out at Crescent Lily? With Lila? Well, not really, but the preparations at Crescent Lily are usually finished by this time. Anyway, Miss Tyler is almost non-stop in the student council office these days, so I would rather go with the dorms. Wish I could act as normal with all girls as with you and Rosalind. Other girls are... It just seems so complicated to get along with them. I mean, you saw that, didn't you? She actually shot at me. What did you say to her? Knowing Tsurugi, I have no doubt she had reasons to do it. By the way, is there any news from the principal? No. Most likely, we won't be able to count on him this time either. Not really surprising, but seriously, how can he just leave the running of the academy to the teachers and dorm presidents for all these years? I would like this text box to allow me to do something with the opacity in here, but yeah, I do not have nothing for that. A pity. To put the left without notice, and we barely hear from him. But that's just like him, and everyone is already used to it. But now that I think about it, maybe he did contact Rosalind not long ago. I remember she mentioned something about a new dorm president last month. Oh yeah, she said the principal had found a new president for the Black Cat dorm. Huh? But the new president is usually chosen from the students who have attended the academy for at least a year. Well, it looks like this time around it will be a new student. Actually, he might have already arrived. The gates of Crystal Rose Fields come into view, and after saying goodbye, I make my way to the main building. The gates of Crystal Rose Fields come into Oh, yeah, sorry, it's the continuation. He was not doing this, right? It was just now. Okay, but at the doorway, I stop in my tracks. Helping at the student council, that means doing paperwork almost all day. After a minute of thinking, I turn on my heels. I'll rather skip it. And rather avoid him for a while. After strolling around the academy grounds for a good hour, I end up in front of the academy gates where the first students are already arriving. I take a look around at children and parents unpacking their cars and carrying luggage towards the dorms. No new Crystal Rose members here. Well, it's not like they usually arrive among normal students. I turn around and take a few steps before I see some movement in the woods out of the corner of my eye. Without thinking, I jump after it and pursue the creature that I spotted. I speed up my steps so that I can catch a glimpse of the escaping creature. I hope it's just some animal, but I have to make sure. Around this time of the year, the number of demons entering the academy grounds always increases because of the new Crystal Rose members arriving. And unfortunately, they tend to attack normal students too. So being vigilant is a must now. We can't disregard any possible danger. Huh? Why can't I catch up to it? One of the abilities that my Shin grants me is high speed, such speed that no normal human or other Shin user can keep up with me. Catching a small animal should be easy. This is no ordinary animal. I stop in my tracks when the quiet rustling of the escaping creature comes to a sudden stop. I take a few steps forward without making any noise and study my surroundings. The trail of the creature ends here, but there is no animal or demon to be seen anywhere. Maybe he was luring her into some kind of a trap. Where could it be? It can't have escaped. I bend down slightly to pull out the knives tied to my tights. All of a sudden, two dark green spikes pierce the branch just above my head. Without hesitation, I throw one of my knives in the direction the spikes came from, then take shelter behind a tree. There is a loud screech and the sound of the creature falling a few meters away from me. I look out from my hiding place. This time I'm able to see the creature in full view. A smaller bird-like being with spikes and feathers covering its body. The color of its spikes and feathers changes to match its surroundings, so it goes into a camouflage kind of thing. A demon. It doesn't take a minute and the creature breaks into a run. I immediately chase it, but after a few seconds I'm already unable to see it. Damn it, that's a poison Ankoku. Okay. One of the best at hiding and escaping with its high speed and natural camouflage. To put it knows very well when it stands against a stronger enemy, but once it feels safe, it will start looking for weak prey. I can't let it get away. I hasten my steps to full speed, only to arrive on the main road in a few seconds. I see the demon entering the woods on the other side of the road, but when I head the same way, I run into the side of an arriving student. Hey! My vision blurs for a second, and when it clears, I want to look who we are bumping into in here. Although we should continue giving the chase, but yeah. My vision blurs for a second, and when it clears, I look up at the person I run into. This is like an Otome game. Why shouldn't I look at the person instead of just running? Okay. A guy my age with blazing red hair stands in front of me, probably like the very energetic type of guy. Because usually when they have like this red hair, it's like that. Sorry. It's no problem. I look him up and down, then suddenly remember the demon I have been chasing, and without another word, I try to leave. Only to be grabbed by the arm and pulled back. Wait, little girl, His touch causes me to shiver a bit for some reason. I try to pull my arm away, but his grasp is strong. I'm in a hurry, so let go. Hey guys, I found someone who can probably help us. He isn't paying any attention to me. Let me go. Still not hearing what I say, he keeps talking to his friends. So what's the situation? Great, maybe we can finally find our dorm. So you are stopping her because of that. Oh my god. Laggy? Okay. What are you doing? What do you mean? She means what you are doing with that girl. It looks like you are holding her captive or something. She doesn't look too happy. Naturally, that's not the way to treat a lady. What? No, I'm not doing anything like that. Hey, little girl, help us get to our dorm. Why are you calling her a little girl? The guy called Laggy suddenly turns to me, still holding my arm. I don't answer and only look at him coldly. But the only reaction I get is a confused look. Okay, I have had enough of this. Taking advantage of his confusion, I take hold of his arm and with a light movement free my hand from his grasp. And without delay, I turn around and run into the forest. Hey, wait! Who would want to help after being treated like that? I ignore his shouts and try to find any sign of the demon I've been chasing. Without any success. After wandering for a while, I rest by a tree and take out my cell phone. I need to inform the others. To Tsurugi and Rosalind, I met a poison-type Hankoku on school grounds, but lost track of it. It's probably hiding somewhere around the Lucent Fairy dorm. A few seconds after sending the message, my cell phone chimes. From Tsurugi, I'm there right now, so can put out some traps and catch it easily. You go back to the dorm. Rosalind will need your help later on. I don't know if you say like Rosaline, but since most of their names have like a Japanese kind of sound, I want to make Rosalind sound like they would say in Japanese, which would be more like this than Rosaline. Okay, they would say like Rosalind. It's just because of that. Alright, then let's head back. Her name is not Japanese at all, Cheryl. Yeah. A few minutes later, I'm about to turn onto the road leading to the Crystal Rose Fields when I hear hurried footsteps. The next moment, I'm tackled from behind and squeezed so tight I can barely breathe. Ow, Cheryl, I missed you so much. Summer break was so long, I couldn't wait to get a feel of your cuteness. Lila, long time no see. See, you probably say Lila, but they would say Lila. Too long, though France was beautiful. Oh, that reminds me, I've got your souvenir right here with me. Souvenir. Lila searched through her handbag as I wait curiously to see what she brought. My hunch is proved right when a familiar sweet scent hits my nose. I can feel the excitement building up, and by the time Lila pulls the gift out of her bag, I'm almost hopping up and down from the eagerness. Hoo-hoo, I see your nose is as good as ever, Cheryl. Well, here you go. Lila presents me with 5 bars of beautiful wrapped chocolate. I hug them to myself, opening one right away and savoring the delicious taste. It tastes far better than any of the ones I ate recently. It's from one of the best artisan chocolate producers in France. France, I wouldn't say France to be known for their chocolate, because you know the ones that are mostly known for the chocolate are the Belgians. And I see it is worth its reputation. I nod, and after thanking her, we catch a bit about our summer vacation. Well, I need to leave soon. There is lots of work in the dorm now that the students are starting to move in. Being a dorm president is really straining this time of year. I pat her on the shoulder as encouragement, and she smiles back happily. But before that, you should know 2 things. 1. You shouldn't visit the new dorm president in the Black Cat dorm, especially not alone. Oh, it's a guy then? Yes, and of course, him being male is already reason enough for you to avoid him, especially with your cuteness. But this guy, he's strange. Strange. Yeah, suspiciously strange. And just imagine, his family name means wolf. That's so creepy. I'm really afraid of what he would do to you. So he's like, Okami? Probably Okami. So please stay away from him. Lila glances at her watch, then hugs me again and turns to leave. And 2, watch out. Hideo is looking for you. Her last words managed to drain all my chocolate-filled excitement. I should immediately return to the dorm. But although what she said was enough to make me lose my excitement, but not my piqued curiosity. I want to meet the new dorm president of Black Cat. Is he really so strange, or was it just Lila's usual contempt towards men making her talk like that? I want to see him for myself. I take a bite from the chocolate bar in my hand and head the way that Lila came from. I walk at a fast pace and cautiously look around now and then. The Black Cat dorm is close to the Crystal Rose field, so if I'm careful, I can make it there and back without running into Hideo. But luck is not on my side today. The sound of approaching footsteps catches my attention. Instantly, I dive into the bushes by the roadside and wait quietly. In a short time, someone passes by the bushes with hurried footsteps. From my hiding place, it's pretty much impossible to see who it is, so I stay put and wait for the person to leave. But their steps come to an halt a few meters away from me. With bated breath, I glance in their direction. I can see that they are slowly turning around as if searching for something. That girl, where could she be? She must be somewhere around here. Hideo. And he knew that my curiosity would get the better of me. Finally, he starts walking away, his footsteps fading into the distance. I should return to the dorm. I mean, if I just leave, he's going to spot me. And I'm fine because it's another character. The thing is, like, it seems like she doesn't want to bump into him. So let's just wait a bit longer. I should wait a bit longer just to make sure that he won't realize I'm here. I bide my time till I can't hear his footsteps at all, and even then take extra care to not make any noise while standing and leaving. In the dorm, I had to find Rosaline right away. She's the last person I would want to make wait. She looks kind and understanding at first, but is actually more scary than anyone I know. Ah, you are back, Cheryl, just in time. She looks at me with a funny smile and reaches out to my hair, taking a leaf out of it before continuing. You must have had fun playing hide and seek with our dear student council president. She knew that it would turn out like this. You are on night duty today, so go take a nap till evening. And please look out for arriving new members of the special department. There are always some arriving in the night and they are often attacked. Like, I was never able to do this. Every time I had to work during the night, imagine from midnight till 7, no, it was from 11 to 7 a.m. I was never able, like on the first day of switching to that turn, I was never able to sleep during the day and then wake up at night. Like the first day I needed to do it like straight, without sleeping, without nothing. Then I would get so tired that in the next morning when I would arrive at home, I would just sleep, you know? So I would put myself awake for hours and hours and hours on the first day of the switch of the turn. Yeah, I was never able to do that. Like if you were already doing that, you know, working during the night, it would be like easier. But when you're like switching, it's different. You know, we are animals of habits. It's kind of like that. Tsurugi will be ready to assist you, so just give a sign if you need help. I understand. See ya. Sweet dreams. After a hearty meal, I tuck away my new sweets where no one will be able to find them and spend the rest of the day resting in my room. At nightfall, I change into my combat apparel and return my knives to their original sword form. When leaving the dorm, I come across a small girl who is about to enter the building but stops when she catches sight of me. But I stop. Yeah? Okay. She stands there frozen. Oh, she stops, probably it's that. But she stops. Yeah. She stands there frozen, staring at me like she has never seen a human before. I come to an halt too, but before I can ask her if she would like something, a loud voice interrupts me and jolts her out of the trance. Julie, sorry for making you wait. Registration took much longer than expected. A boy runs up to us who resembles the girl standing in front of me. He only spares a glance before he takes the little girl's hand gently and leads her away. Let's go, you must be hungry and tired by now. The girl called Julie nods and follows the boy, but looks back at me curiously after a few steps and waves goodbye with a soft smile. I wave back without thinking. That already makes 3 new members and it's only the first day. Usually the total number of new students with Shins doesn't even reach 5. I wonder how many more will arrive. The night has passed calmly so far, not one attack or new members after the first arrivals. I aimlessly stroll the academy grounds looking for any sign of trouble, but there's not one suspicious sound or movement. Even the normal department students seem to obey the curfew tonight and stay in their dorms. I sit down on one of the benches beside the main building and look up at the starry sky. I should feel relieved that there haven't been any problems so far. If only I didn't have this anxious feeling that this is just like the calm before the storm. The clock is just about to strike midnight when a chilling howl cries through the night. It's clearly not one of the dogs, or even not. It's clearly not one of a dog, or even of. Sometimes I don't know, but sometimes the sentences in here like that feels like they are missing something. It might be like the translation, or I don't know, or if it's me, it's morning and it's me, maybe, I don't know. It's clearly not one dog or even a wolf. Yeah. That's a howl of a demon. A hunter ankoku. That's not good. I take a breath and start to sprint in direction of the sound. Hunter type ankokus usually work in packs, and they only make that sound if they manage to trap their prey. I have to hurry or I might not make it. I run at full speed and have already crossed half the academy grounds when I seem to reach my aim. I slow down when I catch sight of the clearing ahead. I peek out from behind a tree and see a huge pack of ankoku demons that has encircled some people. I need to get to them ASAP, but I can't just attack demons here. That way would take too much time and they would probably get hurt before I could help them. I was just like thinking, she was like securing the perimeter to see if like no one would just get out, and apparently like there's people out kind of being I don't know, attacked by these demons. Where did this appear? Where did these where did these people appear from? That's what I wanted to say. I glance up at the tree above me. It's rather tall and has thick branches. This might work. I grab onto one of the lower branches and pull myself up, then I keep climbing as fast as I can till I almost reach the top of it. Ah! The demons down there, I cannot do like... yeah, during the day I could actually scream in here, but not now because it's really early. The demons down there are already starting to attack them. They have got hold of the clothes of one of the girls and are trying to separate her from the others. A boy is trying to keep the creature away, but with little to no success. I push myself up to stand on the branch and unsheath my double sword. My double swords, yeah, because there are two. For a few seconds I speculate about the distance, then take a step back, raise one of my swords. And with a step forward I throw it with all the power I can muster. It sinks into the ground just beside the demon that is trying to drag the girl away. Both the demons and humans freeze at the sudden impact. Without any further delay, I kick myself from the branch and into the air over the clearing. Landing with my foot on the hilt of the sword, I do a backflip and cut down the nearby demons. The other demons back away slightly. Like 4 people in here, so where did they came from? The little group stares at me in shock, all of them at least slightly injured and with obvious fear in their eyes. Who the heck is this girl? Maybe one of those kids here who are like us? Yeah? Maybe. Maybe, but she's definitely an idiot, jumping in the middle of these monsters all alone. She can't be thinking she can fight them by herself. Hearing that, the others anxiously shift. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I said turn. I was trying to remember the word. You say shifts, right? Shifts. When you are like working in the morning and working the afternoon and working, it's shifts. Yeah. I was like, is it turns? No, it's shifts that you say. Yeah. Now they use the word, and I was like, yeah, that's the word that they use for the shifts too. So maybe we should retreat for now. I don't actually know. I don't know how much power she has. I don't know how much confidence she is about this. And I don't even know if the guy is not telling us the truth, which is like, maybe we are not strong enough to do this alone. Yeah, let's retreat, because I don't know. It's probably best to retreat for now. I may be able to defeat all these demons, but the main purpose is to get the group out of danger as soon as possible. Though it might be a bit dangerous with these Ankakus trailing us. Can you all run? Eh? Well, Reimei wouldn't be able to keep up, but I can carry her. The taller guy answers while glancing at the small child among them. I nod as a way to ask him to do that. Get ready. When I make way, run with everything you've got. Leave the fighting to me. I understand. Huh? But how will you be able... Just do as I say. What? I pull out the sword, all jammed into the soil, and raise it above my head. I feel a familiar power flood into my arm and blade. Taking a deep breath, I step forward and swish my sword. First sigil, luminous stroke. The sword shines brightly, and with a strike forward, I set off a large illuminating slash that smashes the demons and the soil it's aimed at. The little group escapes through the cleared path, and I follow them closely, cutting down any of the demons that try to chase us. The dorm fields are only a bit from here. I should give Tsurugi the signal. Only a bit from... okay. While I keep running, my eyes alert for any other dangers, I touch the green translucent crystal fixed on my kimono belt. I received these back when I joined the special department as a means for requesting help in such cases. Tapping on it a few times, I send the signal for Tsurugi to come lend me a hand. I'm only distracted with this for a few moments, but it's enough time for our misfortune to strike. Ah! Nova! When I look up, I realize the tallest guy of the group is laying on the ground with nasty-looking scratches on his right shoulder. The little blonde girl is quivering in his arms. A group of 3 hunter hankakus stand around them. The largest one's claws are dripping with blood. Reimei, Nova. The blonde guy foolishly tries to run up to them, but I grab the back of his shirt and tuck him back, ignoring his cursing completely. From the corner of my eyes, I see the biggest demon raise its claw again. Keep close, but out of the fight. I toss the blonde boy to the girl beside me, who nods and takes the boy by the arm to show me she will not let him do anything stupid. Leaping in between the demons, I strike the one with bloody claws. It collapses under my sword, but I have no time to breathe as the other 2 attack me right away. After a minute of scuffling, I toss one of them into a tree to knock it out and stab the other. I rapidly get on my knees to look at the guy, looking only a meter away from me. Ugh! Will he be alright? I gently examine his injury, then nod to her. Yes, but we need to get him to a safe place quickly. There are more coming. What? But I don't even have the time to ask as a demon appears and immediately starts attacking. Raising my sword, I stop its attack and push the creature backwards, then cut it down along with the ones arriving after it. But the demons keep gathering together in the little square. One attack comes after another. I'm about to strike again when the field around us suddenly starts shining in a bright gold color and the demons freeze right in the middle of the action. A relieved sigh escapes me and I sheath my swords. Thanks, Tsurugi. I call out to the guy entering the square, holding out an arm engulfed by the same gold light. With pleasure, sorry for being late, but I took the time to put up some traps on the way here to secure an escape route. Tsurugi comes up to us and kneels down beside Nova. He seems to have lost consciousness. Let's get back to the dorm. Everything is ready there to treat injuries. Excuse me, but shouldn't something be done with these creatures? Yeah, I wouldn't want them attacking us again. No need to worry about that. What? Why? Let's leave explanations for later for now. Lend me a hand in carrying the big guy. Alright. While Tsurugi and the blonde boy struggle with lifting the guy called Nova, I step up to the little girl who is still shaking beside me. Taking hold of her waist, I gently pick her up. She seems surprised for a second, then wraps her arms around my neck. Waving to the other girl, I take the lead as the others follow behind. We arrive back at the gates of Crystal Rose Fields without any further problem, probably thanks to the traps Tsurugi had set up.